So, because you can't use a charcoal filter on a shower, because hot water basically destroys the effect of the charcoal, of the activated charcoal, rather quickly. You need to have what they call an NSF filter, which is basically copper, made of copper brass shavings. And there's also water softening pellets in here as well. And this filter here is a very high quality product made in USA. It's a rain shower. At least it was made in USA when I bought it. And I've had it many years. I've had a few of them too for different showers, but they never break. And then you can replace the filter insert. So this is good for chlorine, not good for chloramine. For chloramine on the shower, the only thing that works, and I did a lot of searching, not so much research, just searching through products. I found the vitamin C filter, which a lot of people were questioning whether it was a gimmick or not. And it was coming out of not out of China, it was coming out of Singapore somewhere, or Korea. And it was just like this novelty that showed up. And nobody believed that it worked. Even Reddit did fact checking on it. I don't know what their conclusion was, because it doesn't matter. I did my own fact check. I did my own testing using chlorine strips. And if you use a certain kind of strip, it measures chlorine and also chloramines as a separate item. Like there were two different parts of the strip. So you can measure chloramine, and it's just as bad as chlorine, the effect on your health, and what it basically, its whole chemical mechanism. So this is a vitamin C filter, has powdered vitamin C. You can buy the cartridges. All right, I figured out how to refill them, but they don't want you to do that. And I'm not recommending it either, because it might not work right after you take it apart. It's not made to be taken apart. So they're not that expensive, the inserts anyway, and they last a while. They're filled with vitamin C powder. And mine came with a ceramic ball on it. They might have done away with it, but supposedly that had certain medicinal properties, the ceramic ball. Okay, and now what I did was, I don't have chloramine here, but I left this unit on. I have chlorine in this location, so this is doing most of the work. But I have it here as a backup, and it also removes chlorine, so I'm getting double the amount of chlorine filtration by having both, and this fits right onto the other. But where I had only chloramine in Pennsylvania, I had two of these, and I needed two to take out the chloramine to basically a nearly untraceable level, at least with the strip. So I knew, and you could smell it. You could tell that it was working. No doubt working, but I needed two of them. And that's part of the problem, is that nobody tests that. And all you have to do is just take two and put them in series, and it just adds a little bit of length to the shower head installation. But if you're not super tall, it doesn't matter. Okay, and that worked great. And then when I had that set up, I didn't necessarily use this, and I just had two of these, because I was only dealing with chloramine. At one point, I think I had all three. I had this and two of these to take care of everything, because this is also a water conditioner. But the vitamin C, supposedly, has a lot of good properties. Dermatologists, some of these cosmetologists, the rich and famous, tout this. And, for all its qualities as far as skin conditioning. and I wouldn't be surprised. But for me, it was the main issue was the chloramine, and that's why you need the vitamin C filter on a shower, because it works with hot water. And do not try to put a chlorine, even if they make one. And I think there is a company that makes one, and I tried buying it, and tried it for a while, and I realized I think that they were not being totally forthcoming, because they were selling a shower filter, which one of the main components was activated charcoal, and it's an industry standard not to use activated charcoal on water over a certain temperature, and a shower is going to be over that temperature. I'm not saying warm water, we're talking about hot water, okay? And a hot shower, chlorine, activated carbon is not rated for that. In fact, it will start releasing whatever it had in it originally. I'm not saying it recycles the chlorine. It will release a lot of the contaminants that it absorbed by running hot water through it, which then you get, and then after that, it's deactivated. So what good is that? All right, so that's the setup, and it works. And I've tested it. I've tested everything, every arrangement of this for chloramine and chlorine. Again, this is a great unit, this one right here. Lasts forever. I've had this a long time too. And two of these, actually. One's in storage. Okay, now, one other thing, very important. This was issued by my municipality about, I don't know, must have been a good 30 years ago. I've had this for 30 years, this beautiful chrome shower head. It has a great spray pattern, so you don't even know you're saving water. You wouldn't even know the difference. It has a lot of pressure, the way it aerates the water. But why this is important is that it slows the water flow down, which means the filter is that much more effective. Basically, the more time the water is sitting in the filter, the more filtration takes place. Counterpost to that, you might hear that these water-saving shower heads are unhealthy because they create more of an aerated water supply, which will give off more gases. Well, that's why you have the filters.